another Let's React video. So let's go react to this video and let's get started.
World where everyone is born with magic stars. This is Famisha, who's born starless. As soon as her parents realize, they throw her out of house. Her friends turn on her, throwing stones on her, forcing her to run for life, until she meets a slime that changes her life, and she named it Sora. The story begins with a man carving his wood piece when he hears a baby cry. Excited, he rushes inside. The maid tells him they have a healthy baby girl. His wife asks, "What will you name this baby?" And he says, "We'll call her Famisha." The name makes the baby giggle. After some time, Famisha has grown bigger. While her father is working on their new house, she brings him some food. They sit down to eat together with her older brother. While eating, Famisha accidentally chokes on her bread. Her father quickly creates water with magic to help her. Her brother tells her to eat slowly, but she replies, "I'm growing, I need to eat lots." Later, as they return home, her mom welcomes them with a smile. As she helps set the dinner table, her brother teases her to learn some basic magic. Her mother defends her, saying she'll learn at her own pace. Now they all sit together to have a happy family meal. Later, when she is playing with her toys, she says, "My birthday is coming soon." Her father says, "Yeah, you'll get a special present, your skill." Her mother asks, "Famisha, are you excited for your 5th birthday?" Just as they are having a family chit-chat, there's a knock at the door. It's Lady Luba from their village, who is a fortune teller. She says, "I've come to offer good wishes to Famisha for her birthday." Her mother welcomes her inside. The fortune teller recalls her visit to Famisha when she was just 2 years old. She says to her that she knows Famisha has memories of a past life and tells her not to tell anyone because it will cause problems. Famisha promises her. Back to the present. After finishing her good wishes prayer, the fortune teller says, "Now I'll take my leave." As she is leaving, she looks back, concerned. Then, the big day finally came. When Famisha turned 5, she was sitting in church with her parents. The priest says, "Today you will get your magical skill." He asks her to come and touch the holy water. After doing that, she steps back, and the priest utters some magical words to form a water bubble, through which he receives a divine message. He says, "This girl possesses the tamer skill, the ability to win over monsters." Her parents are happy, but when the priest looks for the number of stars, he is shocked to see that she gets no stars. The priest is disgusted by this. Her father says there must be some mistake, but the priest leaves, saying a divine message could never be mistaken. At home, her father is furious about this. He drinks and yells about how everyone in the family had stars except her. His wife tries to calm him, but he is so mad that he breaks Famisha's favorite toy, the one he had made for her. He questions his wife, asking if Famisha was really his daughter. This makes her cry. When Famisha tries to comfort her, her brother grabs her hand roughly, pulling her away. She calls out for her older sister, but her sister looks at her with disgust and ignores her. Her brother throws her out, telling her to disappear. The torment didn't end there. Once she was outside, everyone in the village found out about her low rank and started criticizing her harshly. Children began throwing rocks at her, making her bleed heavily and forcing her to run. As she stops, she sees villagers surrounding her with hateful eyes. She runs away from the village, thinking, "What did I even do?" She looks at the village and thinks, "I can't go home anymore," and she starts crying. She walks through the forest for hours, even though it was raining heavily. Eventually, she finds a cave and goes inside to stay dry. It's cold, and she tries to start a fire using her fire magic, but couldn't do it after several tries. Her vision becomes blurry, and she faints. When she wakes up, she sees an old woman sitting nearby. It's the fortune teller lady who tells her, "My foresight showed me that this would happen to you." She then gives her soup to drink, and Famisha happily drinks it. Later, she sits with her and gives her a magic bag and a book, saying, "These will always be helpful to you." She starts taking care of Famisha like a mother, teaching her about the world, including how to read, write, and survive. One day, when the old lady went out, she didn't come back. This worries Famisha, and she goes back to the village to find out why. Her heart breaks when she overhears people saying the old woman died. Her father tells the village chief she should be killed because she was cursed with no star, which led to the old lady's death. This cruel betrayal destroys Famisha's spirit entirely. She imagines her mother saying, "It would have been better if you were never born." After that, the village chief gathers everyone and urges them to go after Famisha. She's the cause of the old lady's death. She runs to save her life, imagining her own people trying to kill her. She keeps running until she reaches a safe spot in the forest. There, she makes alarms using pots and pans so that if anyone comes, she will know. She then takes out her magic bag that she had been hiding and pushes all the utensils for cooking inside it. She starts putting other important things inside the magic bag, including some potions. Now, she is ready to start her life full of struggles, saying, "I'm the unwanted and cast aside." The next day, she discovers the dumping ground and starts searching for useful things. As she pulls the bag, she ends up pulling out all the weapons, but somehow she doesn't get hurt. She looks inside and feels happy as she finds some clothes, a healing potion, and a map. Just as she starts putting things inside the bag, she overhears some men coming by. They instruct the slimes to clean the garbage. She runs away when she hears they are looking for her. While hiding, she is scared to learn there is a bounty on her, dead or alive. She thinks, the village head intends to kill me. She runs and spends the night under a tree. The next day, as she crosses the swampy water, the wind blows, and she almost falls but manages to stay upright. Suddenly, she sees slimes on her leg, and more slimes start appearing and attacking her. She runs to save herself, but the slimes keep following her. As she runs, her leg slips, and she starts rolling down, eventually falling down a hill. She gets stuck on a tree branch, which breaks, causing her to fall. She gets hurt but uses a healing potion to heal her wounds. When she gets up, she sees a beautiful lake in front of her. The water looks inviting to her tired body. She takes off her clothes and jumps in. The cool water feels nice, refreshing her. After bathing, she sits there, making up her mind. She decides she will live her life to the fullest. Quickly, she cuts her hair short for a boyish look, as traveling alone as a girl is dangerous. From her bag, she finds some manly clothes and puts them on. With her new look, she decides to change her name to Ivy, after the plant that thrives even if you step on it. The next day, while traveling, she is stopped by a noise coming from a green field. She approaches it and, as she gets closer, she discovers a cute slime hiding among the plants. She opens her book, wanting to know more about it. The book says it's a nameless slime and the weakest of its kind. She says, "You're the weakest of your kind, just like me." As she thinks of giving it a name, the wind blows hard, and the little slime falls from the 3 grass blades and onto the ground. Ivy sees how fragile it is, unable to get back up by itself. She looks further in the book and learns that the slime is so weak that just a touch could make it vanish. Worried, she wonders if picking it up might make it disappear. Carefully, she turns the slime over and goes back to reading. The book says the slime has a lifespan of less than a day, and not much is known about them. Suddenly, a big gust of wind blows the slime even further. Ivy, scared, runs to save it, stopping it from falling into the river below just in time. She thinks about how to protect this tiny, cute slime and says, "Even if your lifespan is just 1 day, let's stay together until then." That night, she decides to stay awake to make sure it stays alive. She talks to it, telling it her whole story, even mentioning that she has memories of her past life. She talks all night long. In the morning, when she wakes up, she realizes she fell asleep. She looks for the slime and gets upset, thinking it is gone. Tears come to her eyes as she feels lonely once again, but she decides to keep moving and looks for the map. When she opens it, the slime pops out from the map. She feels happy and relieved because the slime's survival proves the book wrong. She looks back at the book, excited to learn how to tame it. She moves closer and touches the slime's head. It starts to shine, showing she is doing it correctly. The book says the slime needs a name. Since it is blue, she names it Sora, like the sky. A blue crystal appears on its head, proving she has tamed it. Sora jumps toward her and she holds it softly, saying, "You're my first friend," as she happily holds it high. As the next day begins, she sets a trap and manages to capture a mountain rat. She carefully prepares the rat, wrapping it in a banana leaf and tucking it into her bag. Then she tells Sora, "We're going to have a feast tonight." She checks the map for the way to the royal capital, but it's not marked there. So, she decides to first head to a nearby village, hoping to find a better map there. Suddenly, a breeze blows Sora away, but Ivy catches her just in time. Just then, she hears a strange noise. She quickly puts Sora in the bag and starts running. She climbs onto a tree branch and spots a horde of deadly ants approaching. Once they pass, Ivy feels relieved and takes Sora out. She's surprised to find that Sora has gotten a little bigger and heavier. But then she says, "Yikes, that hurt. I got cut by a branch earlier," putting Sora down. She looks for a blue potion to tend to her wounds. Since the potions are expired, one isn't enough, so she uses all of them. She looks for more but can't find any and says, "Sora, I must have lost some along the way." Ivy continues her journey and spots her wanted poster with a large bounty on her head. She tears the poster down, saying, "I'm not Femisha anymore." But then she sees more posters and keeps tearing them all down. When she reaches the village, Ivy notices everyone is using magic for even the simplest tasks. She keeps moving and spots a butcher shop. The idea of selling the mountain rat crosses her mind, but fear of being identified as Femisha makes her want to leave. However, the owner notices her and stops her. He asks, "What's wrong?" "I'm here to sell meat," she replies. As he inspects the meat, he says, "It smells fresh," revealing that he has a 2-star odor skill. She gives him all the meat she caught, and he hands her 100 dal coins, jokingly saying, "These are 100 million dals." Confusing her, Ivy then goes to a bakery, feeling hungry. A lady comes out and asks, "What do you want to buy?" Ivy starts selecting bread, and the lady says, "That will be 20 dal." Ivy hands her the money and says, "Here's 20 million dal." The lady laughs, saying, "You're a funny boy." After getting her bread, Ivy happily walks away. She sits on a tree with Sora, divides the bread, and starts eating. But when she looks at Sora, it seems Sora doesn't want to eat it. The next day, they walk back into the forest to hunt mountain mice. Just then, Ivy spots a dumping ground. There, she finds some healing potions, some expired, so she starts selecting which ones she can use. While Sora watches, Ivy sets the blue potions aside, and Sora absorbs them. So, Ivy gives trash to dispose off, but Sora refuses. Then she gives blue potion, which Sora absorbs. As she gives red potion, Sora refuses it. Later, Ivy goes in shop to sell mountain rats. Then she buys some bread. After that, she enjoys in water. Later, she gives Sora blue potion while she eats bread. The next day, while strolling in the village, Ivy spots some adventurers and realizes they're the ones looking for her. She gets a bit scared, but they don't recognize her and instead ask her to hand over her magic bag. She runs away as they call after her, "We scared the little boy." As she runs, the butcher stops her and asks, "Have you caught any field mice?" "Not yet," she replies, but then she notices her wanted poster again. She quickly runs away, saying, "I'll come later." She reaches the bakery, and the owner lady says, "I've baked your favorite bread today. Take some." But Ivy sees her wanted poster there too and runs away. Now we see Ivy sitting on a tree branch, crying. She takes out Sora and asks, "Do you think there's a place for me somewhere?" She hugs Sora as the night falls. The next day, as they walk through the forest, Ivy thinks of leaving the village soon because her posters are everywhere. Just then, she stops, seeing two paths. She checks the map, wondering which way to go. Suddenly, Sora starts shaking. Ivy realizes Sora is hungry and says, "So am I. Let's find something." As they walk further, she spots a river and decides to fill her water flask. Nearby, she sees a tree full of fruit. "Sora, you should try eating something new," she says as she approaches the tree.
Why these ads these days? I hate them.
Something, she says as she approaches the tree, but Sora seems scared. Ivy quickly realizes why. It's a monstrous tree. Throwing out humans after it gulps them down. Terrified, Ivy grabs Sora and runs for her life. When they reach a safe spot, Ivy notices her hand is badly hurt. She feels dizzy and realizes she has no potions left. Looking at Sora, she wonders if Sora might feed on her blood, since slimes are monsters and can eat humans. Ivy falls unconscious, and when she wakes up, it's already night. She realizes Sora wasn't eating her but healing her wounds. She looks at the sky and thinks, even if Sora had eaten her, it wouldn't matter since she is an unwanted child. The next morning, Sora wakes her up, jumping around her. Ivy holds her and checks her wound, which is already healed. She says, "Sora, you saved me." But Sora only says, "Pooh, pooh." Ivy excitedly says, "Sora, you talked for the first time." She happily holds her up high, saying, "Sora, all you can say is pooh, pooh." Tears fall from her eyes as she says, "I have no one other than you." The next day, as the morning begins, Sora starts saying pooh, 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 pooh to wake Ivy up, acting like an alarm clock. After she wakes up, she says, "We're going to continue our journey." Before that, they sit to eat their meal. Ivy eats some fruit while Sora consumes potions. Suddenly, Ivy notices Sora jumping and moving around, which amazes her. She holds her and says, "You seem sturdier." Sora then jumps back. As Ivy thinks and eats, Sora starts making noises, showing she's still hungry, so they both head to the dumping ground. First, Ivy finds some clothes inside a box. Then she spots some potion bottles. As she takes them out, she gives one blue potion to Sora, who eats it quickly. Ivy tries giving Sora the other potions, but she refuses. However, when Ivy mixes the potions and offers them again, Sora eats them. Afterward, they continue their journey, with Sora seeming stronger and more playful. Suddenly, Ivy spots some berries and runs to get some. She tries giving some to Sora, but Sora makes a face, not wanting to eat them. Ivy plucks the berries, and later they sit together for a meal. As Ivy is about to eat, Sora has already finished her portion, so Ivy gives her more. Seeing Sora consume so much, Ivy starts getting concerned. She gives her more, and Sora eats them up in seconds. Ivy holds Sora and says, "Wanna listen to a bedtime story?" to make her sleep so she won't ask for more food. Sitting in a tree, she tells Sora, "It's a story I heard when I was young. There was a world war. The king gathered the magicians to make predictions about how the war would end. The future revealed the end of the world because of the war. So, they used powerful magic to protect the world. However, no one now knows what the magic was. It was said that a child from another world would come and use it. With this, they fall asleep, and in the morning, Sora wakes Ivy up again like an alarm clock. But Ivy stops her. When Ivy checks the bag, she yells at Sora because she ate all the potions. Later, they catch mountain mice again, but as they approach, they see a snake has been caught instead. Ivy thinks, maybe I'll be able to sell it as well, but she's scared to go closer. So, she takes out a cloth from the bag, catches the snake, and ties it with a rope. As they take it to sell, Ivy smells something, and Sora seems scared. She walks in that direction and discovers a dead horse lying there. As she goes closer, she finds many men lying dead as well. She's so scared that she runs from there, taking the snake she caught with her. She keeps running until she reaches a faraway spot. When she sees a nearby town, she enters, thinking, I must tell someone about this. She spots the guild and enters. People at the reception look at her and ask her what's in the bag. When she tells them, a man tells her to take the snake to sell in the market, not here. She then tells them that she found dead bodies on her way. The receptionist asks her to come closer and give details. As she does, a man comes and asks for the location. He then instructs others to depart for that place. The man tells her, you will get a reward if your information is correct. The receptionist hands her a document and tells her to come back later to collect the reward. Later, she goes to a shop to sell the snake. The man checks it, says it's a unique snake, and offers her 3 glittles. She calculates that 3 glittles are worth the same as 30 mice. He gives her the money, saying if she catches more, she should bring them here. She walks out with the money and tells Sora, we're going to get food. Later, she goes to the dumping area and gets excited to see so many magic bags. Meanwhile, Sora finds blue potions and eats them. Ivy thinks about how to carry so many magic bags. She puts one inside a blue bag, but when she tries with a brown bag, it doesn't fit. So, she starts figuring out which bags can hold other bags. She divides them and realizes that some bags can carry 2 or 3 magic bags, while others can't carry any. She learns the whole concept of carrying bags. Feeling happy after figuring it out and wearing them, she walks toward the town with Sora. She hides herself, but the knight from the guild earlier spots her. He approaches her and says, the information you gave was correct. Monsters killed the adventurers, so higher ranked adventurers have gone to hunt them. He tells her to go and collect her reward, and she says, okay. When she arrives at the guild, the receptionist asks for the document she gave her. Ivy starts taking out bags, amazing the receptionist, and hands her the document. The receptionist gives her a silver tablet as a reward. Ivy starts calculating. It's worth about 5 glittles, which is the cost of 50 mountain mice. The receptionist also gives her 2 gold coins, and Ivy gets excited to have so much in hand. She takes them and is about to leave when the receptionist stops her, saying, take your bags. As she walks out, people are laughing at her, and she realizes it's because of her bags. As night begins, people enjoy their time. Ivy eats her meal and gives some potion to Sora. She then looks at the map to continue her journey and lies down, saying, Sora, it's so much fun traveling with you. The next day, Ivy is upset to see that her trap is broken. She says, at this rate, I can't earn money, and checks her bag to see how much money she has left. Sora hops towards something, and Ivy runs behind her. As they reach the bushes, they enter and find a magical monster that is hurt. Ivy searches her book and realizes the monster is going to die. She pats the monster.
Let's make a part 2, so bye-bye.